Remember the days before social media? Nope. Well, get out because you're making me feel too old. But if you do, you likely remember having much more free time and mental bandwidth to focus. You also likely remember the freedom that came from not being practically glued to a screen 24/7. I can almost feel it now. But these days, as a business owner, is social media necessary? The magic 8 ball says signs point to yes. But social media can also be a lot less time consuming and a lot more advantageous for you using the strategy I'm going to teach you in this video. Welcome back to Your Content Empire, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you get more consistent and profitable with content the easy way. I'm your host, Haley Dale, a content and sales funnel strategist obsessed with bringing you all the latest and greatest in content and marketing. We harp a lot on social media. It can be a quick path to not so great feelings, overwhelm, comparisonitis, stress, and more. But don't get me wrong, social media has also brought a lot of positive changes too. Being able to stay connected with people from all over the world. And as business owners, it's allowed us to grow online businesses. But even when social media is good, it can sometimes be a little too much of a good thing. So, what if you could simplify? What if you could go from feeling guilt over not prioritizing social media when it comes to your business and focus on doing much more in much less time? That's exactly what I'm going to be teaching you in this video, so buckle up. First things first, I'm excited to introduce you to the ease framework. I was feeling that overwhelm myself, and I was also feeling that overwhelm from my audience, from you too, when it came to content. And so knew I needed a different paradigm, and it was so needed by other people as well. A different way of looking at content that would help free business owners up from all the shoulds and not enoughs to help them do less while actually making more progress, more impact, and at the end of the day, more money from their content and marketing, which was the origin of the ease content framework, which really boils down to the only four platforms and strategies any content empire builders needs to focus on in order to have a profitable, well-rounded strategy that cares for their own audiences at every step along the customer journey. In case you're wondering, E stands for educate, attract, sell, and engage. And while you can learn about all of these from me, I'll link to some resources below. When it comes to social, we're really going to focus on the attract and engage slices of the pie because you don't need to be on all the social platforms. You really only need two, one for each of these two purposes, attraction and engagement. So let's talk engagement. Step number one, choose your engage platform. So many business owners only keep their eye on how big their audience is getting and not on how engaged they're keeping their existing audiences. It's a big oversight because someone with a tiny engaged audience can actually make much more money than someone with a huge and unengaged audience. I've known business owners with less than 200 people in their audience who are making over 200K a year. And I've also known business owners with 60K people on their Instagram and following them on their email list who have trouble even making one sale from their launches, which is where your engagement platform comes in. How are you keeping your existing audience engaged? How are you having real back and forth conversations with them? You don't need five different places. You really only need one place that you can go all in on. And this requires time too, time to get in there and start conversations and keep conversations going. Platforms that make for great engagement platforms would be things like Instagram, a Facebook group, some kind of forum. Key action step for this step is to pick one social media platform where you'll engage regularly, around 30 minutes a day with your audience. Step number two of this pie is to choose your attraction platform. So even though we're emphasizing engaging your existing audiences, that doesn't mean we want to abandon audience growth completely. The people in your audience change and evolve. So even though they were a perfect fit potential client last year, doesn't mean that they'll continue to be so. So you need to be adding new people as long as they're the right people to that community as you go. So in addition to an engagement platform, we also need to choose one that's going to help you grow your audience and get your content in front of new eyeballs. So this could be something like Pinterest, paid ads, guest posting, podcast pitches, speaking, but since we're focused on organic social, I think that your best bet might be something like Pinterest. Key action step for this step, too, is to pick one social media platform that'll help you get your content and your expertise in front of new people. Then, step number three for both of these, I want you to take it 30 days at a time. So, once you've chosen your two platforms, it's time to get strategic and create a 30-day plan for each of those platforms. So, for each one, I want you to answer the following questions. One, what are the metrics that tell you how well or not this platform is working? And where can you grab those metrics? For engagement platforms, this could be the number of comments, the engagement score, number of engagements, depending on what you're using and what you're using to measure it. For your attraction platforms, this is obviously the amount of traffic it's generating to your website, your reach, as well as your impressions. Then, where are you currently at for these metrics? So, set yourself a benchmark for the past 30 days. And where would you like these numbers to be after 30 days of focusing on this platform? Number four, what are your one time actions on this platform for the 30-day period? Maybe it's optimizing your profile, creating templates, researching hashtags. What are 3 to 5 things that you can do to improve your profile and get set up for a success on the platform? Maybe it's something that you need to learn. And so that is the action step. Go and learn about this. Number five, what are your weekly actions on the platforms for the 30 days? Six, what are your daily actions on the platforms? Seven, create a daily and weekly checklist and execute it for the next 30 days. Then at the end of that period, take your metrics again. Where are you now? How much have you grown? What tweaks do you want to make to the strategy moving forward? Some of the main reasons I hear people don't like social is that it takes too much time. They're sure there's an ROI and they get enjoyment by spending time elsewhere. But simplifying the number of social platforms you're using, creating a step by step action plan for using and measuring your growth on your chosen platforms will help you turn social from something that feels like a black hole of time and something on your to-do list to something that you can get in and get out and check off your tasks, even outsource once you're ready for it. So I want you to let me know in the comments, what are your engagement and attraction platforms that you're going to focus on first using this 30-day system? And with that, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to be the first to know when the next video goes live, hint, it's Monday. Ring that bell, and until next time, here's to your content empire.